Hey guys, I'm Dob, and today I'm back with more Total War Warhammer 2 online action. They say war makes strange bedfellows, and I'm sure that's what Karl Franz is thinking right now as he takes his alliance against this massive horde. I say massive horde, as massive as a horde of Druki can be. Welcome to a 3v3 today. I've got on my team here, of course, I'm playing the Tomb Kings. We've got Gojira with the Goblins, a viewer as the Empire. On the other side here, I'm not exactly sure who is who. We'll have to look at the end battle screen, but I know Atticus is here, as is Black Iron Battles, and we've also got another viewer on this side. So let's get to the army compositions as much as we can here. I'm not going to go over everything because there is a lot to see here, but the main idea for our build is we're going to use Khalida to buff up the Dakka. So we've got quite the Dakka line here. Sunmaker, we've got Doom Divers, Rock Lobbers, Bone Giants, Boshabti, all protected by some Tomb Guard. We've got Skeleton Spearmen all around. Gojira's Goblins here, and it is a mostly Goblin force, I believe. Actually, all Goblin force. It looks like a lot of stock units hidden around so that he can kind of protect the flanks. Of course, the Empire does have some state troops, guns, and so forth. Yeah. For the Dark Elves here, of course, we've got some scattered light cavalry. There's some Harpies in the back as well. We've got Cold One Knights, plenty of them. The Crone's got her force kind of here in the center. Sorceress, Lore of Fire, Executioners, and so on. A couple of Bolt Throwers, a couple more Bolt Throwers, Corsairs, more Blades to Blood Queen, a Supreme Sorceress. We've also got Marathi here with some Witch Elves, a Death Hag, some Dread Spears, let's see, Blackguard, more Cold One Knights, and more Light Cav here, the Doomfire Warlocks. So yeah, needless to say, it's going to be quite the wild battle. So let's just let's get straight to it. So yeah, you can see our opponent's going to be coming up into range here, and we're going to have to pick and choose our engagements pretty carefully. I was thinking maybe if we could lure Marathi into a trap. Carrion actually have pretty good weapon strength, and their melee attack's not bad, but I was thinking we could overcast the Joff's incantation of Cursed Blades, and that would give them a bonus versus large, and maybe they could do a bit of damage to Marathi. Looks like, oh man, the Doom Divers right on target, actually doing a bit of damage there to that Sorceress, Lore of Fire there. Looks like there was one stray rocket volley, but then that fire at will looks like maybe it was turned off. I'm not exactly sure, but Harpy's trying to come back and shut down some of the artillery pieces here. Thankfully, we've got the Carrion on station. There's Skeleton Spearmen around to protect, so we should be able to fend off this attack here without too much issue. The Goblin Archers also firing in here as well, of course, going to do some really nice work, and Khalida going to come drop a Tomb Strike to terrify away the Harpies, just to get them off our artillery pieces as much as possible. Now you can see the Propa Dakka is going to be opening up shots. Let's watch as these Dread Spears in the front start to get pounded by the Gobbo Air Force here, and the rockets, of course, and then the Bone Giant shots also coming in. So yeah, I believe Hellebron was Black Iron's force here, and he is just getting pounded by the Dakka squad up on that kind of slight ridge there. But yeah, Dark Elves, of course, going to be forced to advance here, despite the fact that they also have artillery. It's just his overwhelming amount of fire is just shredding Black Iron's force. Been able to deal with the Harpies fairly effectively. Nice chill wind coming down there in the front line. And yeah, we're going to keep it mostly in cinematic mode just so that we can actually see what's going on here between the banners and the fire arcs and everything else. It's a little bit hard to see what's going on unless we're in cinematic mode, so we'll just keep it that way. For the most part, occasionally take an overarching look. But yeah, Crone Hellebron, the reason I'm not shooting her with the Bone Giants, I just wanted to point out, is she does have both magic and missile resistance, 25%, and of course, physical resistance doesn't apply to the Bone Giants, but it does apply to the Boshabti, so not the best to shoot at her with missiles, particularly magic missiles like the Bone Giants have. So we're trying to focus down other targets, but the frontline engagement is getting underway here. You can see Fanatics getting released and the Goblins charging in here. We've got the Skeleton Spears joining the fight as well. So the Witch Elves will obviously cut through a lot of these units. It's just a matter of how long it's going to take. Looks like something going down in the back line. Ooh, Arnsapal's Black Horror, which I don't know if I've actually showcased this on my channel yet, but it's kind of a slow-moving wind spell. You can see almost looks like this giant like hand moving across. Unfortunately, it didn't. I say it didn't do any damage, but it actually just wrecked those Goblin Archers there. A nice Doom Bolt coming down. Big aerial battle ensuing with the Carrion fighting the Harpies up here and Morathi mixed up in that whole mess. Meanwhile, the Dakka is continuing to pound away. This Dark Elf force that came on the front is just completely gone almost. Even Crone Hellebrand, despite her missile resistance and physical resistance and everything, of course, now that she's out of range of the, looks like actually she's still getting the physical resist, but the handgunners, the the other armor-piercing missiles like the Ushabti Great Bows will be able to deal with Crone Hellebrand. And this main line also taking a banishment from the Light Wizard from the Empire, so very good stuff there. Another Doom Bolt coming down, and this backline pressure, though, from the Doomfire Warlocks and these Cold One Knights is potentially going to be dangerous. We do have Khalida back there with the missile support of the Bone Giants. Unfortunately, Khalida having to be used as a little bit of a mobile force. I'm not microing my spears super well, but those handgunners do unfortunately get cut up by these Selenistious Harvesters. Looks like Karl Franz tried to dive down on this side and unfortunately got caught up on the Cold One Knights, which is definitely not great for the Empire. So poor Karl's probably going to get taken down there. The Skeleton Spearmen are managing to hold back a pretty large Druchii force here, which is always nice. We're kind of trying to do the defense in depth, where we have multiple lines to protect these missile units here, because of course we do have a lot of missile pressure coming through. You can see these Witch Elves just getting taken to Pound Town there, and ooh, of course the Bad Moon also going off in this pocket. That is actually going to debuff these units in this pocket pretty significantly, take down their armor, some other stats as well. Looks like Morathi try to get away from those Carrion, which were actually doing some really good damage to her after they'd finish off those Harpies. Does dive down, and unfortunately the Carrion, of course, I didn't quite notice, so their attack order just carries them down into the fray there. Very nice use of the Fanatics, though. Spot on cast by Gojira, just cleaves through this blob. I know there is some RNG involved in that as well, but still a very good cast, especially considering the AP Gloonies are very low on unit models there. Fortunately, the Gobbo Big Boss does get terrified away, but I believe the War Boss is still online. Yep, both the Bone Giants are online. The Ushabti Great Bows are still online. The Sunmakers managed to use all of its ammo. We do still have plenty of Skeleton Spears in the back line as well, although Khalida's in a little bit of a dangerous situation, getting kind of surrounded by Cold One Knights here, and Morathi also coming down to try and get in on this action. The Scorpion Legion going to come screen that silliness out, and Khalida will pull back a little bit here. Looks like the Goblin War Boss providing some leadership for the Skeleton Legion, and also getting in here himself to do a bit of damage to those Cold One Knights. Very fun stuff. Ooh, a nice Gaze of Mork making some good... Vindictive Glare, I believe, is the one from the Goblins. Making some good contact with Morathi. Once again, this Goblin Big Boss going to have to run away, but a very nice shot from the Bone Giant there. Doing some good damage to those Cold One Knights. Another magic missile, not quite making contact with Morathi there. I believe that was a Shem's Burning Gaze, but Empire forces getting wrapped up a little bit, although these Great Swords are performing very well against the tattered remnants of the Harganeth army. Morathi broke. She didn't quite shatter, but let's see if one of the Bone Giants able to finish her off there. It looks like I actually retargeted him to shoot at something else. Mainly these Cold One Knights, which are kind of the main threat left for our opponents here. But with them starting to go down, you can see the balance of power starting to shift in our favor. Both throwers have been firing away, although we did summon some Ushabti into the back line to help deal with them a little bit. But yeah, at this point the leadership of the Dark Elves is gone. Hellebrand's down. Morathi has fled the field. No, it looks like she's actually coming back from route, but she's just so damaged at this point that her leadership is almost gone. I'm not sure what happened to the Supreme Sorceress, but looks like she may still be in here fighting. But regardless, the Dark Elves have just taken so much losses. Another beautiful cast from the one 8-peak Looney left. Very nice play there. True hero of the Gobbos. Going to be mixing it up with the Witch Elves. Nope, just watches him run by, I guess. But yeah, at this point we're getting very, very close to army losses for the Dark Elves, and it does look like it's going to be the success for Team Dakka. Beautiful stuff. Love the Bone Giants. And yeah, the Greenskin Dakka, of course, the Doom Divers, the Rock Lobbas, just through volume of fire, get some really nice work done as well. Well played to everyone involved, so let's take a look at the breakdowns there. Yeah, man, holy cow. 110 kills for a Doom Diver, 88 for these guys. 64 here, 20. The nice thing about Doom Divers actually against the Dark Elves is they do have a lot of low armor, high value units, things like Witch Elves, Sisters of Slaughter, you know, things like that, or even their skirmishers are relatively high value. All very good targets for Doom Divers. Of course, the Rock Lobbers also doing some good work. They'll do better against the armored infantry. So still a solid pick in this matchup. But yeah, the Gobbos got cut through a little bit beyond that, but their artillery definitely got some really nice work done for Spagooter here. 96 kills on the Light Wizard from that banishment, not too bad at all. 51 on the Sunmaker, and the line of Greatswords also holding their own in the front line, each racking up 50 kills, give or take. For myself, both the Bone Giants picking up XP chevrons, as did the Boshabti. These guys got some really nice work done, and I'm quite happy with the performance of the Carrion there as well, helping to deal with the Harpies and doing some good damage to Morathi herself. For Atticus here, yeah, the Harpy Vanguard initially was a little rough to lose out on that. We were able to deal with it pretty effectively, but his Blackguard and Witch Elves, since he was able to advance on the side that didn't get shot up quite so much, his infantry actually got in and got some work done, whereas Gale the Snail here, who's Black Iron Battles, you can see his force got mostly wrecked. The Hargoneth Executioners were able to hit the line and managed to get 82 kills, but for the most part, just got wrecked by the missiles. And for Wyvern here, the Supreme Sorceress with the Arms of Paul's Black Horror in the back line, cleaning up those goblins, got a lot of kills. But I mean, they are just goblin archers. I mean, granted, it's still important to get rid of them, but the Cold One Knights were definitely a very scary aspect of his army here. He also brought the Blades of the Blood Queen because they're just so good. But yeah, the Cold One Knights able to get some really good work done. Doomfire Warlocks as well out on the periphery. Some really nice cavalry play there from Wyvern. But at the end of the day, just not enough to climb the mountain, overcome the trenches, and get at the artillery in the center. So very fun stuff. Hope you guys enjoyed watching. I'll have links to all the relevant channels in the description below for Atticus, for Black Iron Battles, and for Gojira, so y'all go check their channels out as well. I know Atticus is a Dark Elf specialist, so if you guys do like Dark Elves, be sure to check his channel out. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you do like this sort of content, be sure to like, subscribe, hit that bell notification button so every time I upload a new video, you'll be notified. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you next time.